Every single morning, before your feet touch the floor, before the world knows you're awake, you are faced with a decision: rise or remain. Remain the same. Remain tired. Remain scared. Remain comfortable. Or rise into discomfort. Rise into strength. Rise into the version of you the world hasn't seen yet, but desperately needs. You see, life isn't changed in one loud moment. It's built in a million silent ones. And the difference between those who rise and those who remain, it's what they do. Every single day. There are no shortcuts, no cheat codes, no apps that will download your destiny. What there is work. What there is process. And what there is 10 things you must build, protect, and sharpen every single day. Let's begin. Discipline isn't a talent. It's not motivation. It's not a vibe. Discipline is a decision. It's a conversation between the version of you that wants comfort and the version of you that wants a legacy. Discipline says, I don't care how I feel right now. I care about who I'm becoming. It's 5 a.m. and you don't want to get up, but you do anyway. Putting in the reps when your legs are shaking. It's writing the chapter when nobody's going to read it yet. Because here's the truth most people never learn. Discipline isn't about feeling ready. It's about showing up when you're not. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a man who woke up every day at 4:45 a.m. Not for a job, not for money, but because that was when the world was quiet. And he could train, rain or shine, sore or sick. He showed up. Years later, he walked onto the Olympic stage. People said, he's gifted. They said, he's lucky. He was disciplined. And that was his edge. Discipline isn't sexy. It doesn't post well on Instagram. But it will outlast talent. It will outrun motivation. It will carry you through storms and keep you grounded in success. Discipline says, I'll do it, especially when I don't feel like it. Every single day, you either feed your comfort or your character. You choose. Focus is rare now. Not because we don't have the time, but because we don't protect it. The modern world is loud. Everything, and I mean everything, is trying to hijack your attention. Scroll this, watch that, buy this, doubt that. Compare yourself to him, to her, to everyone. And before you know it, you've given your entire day away, piece by piece, to things that don't move you forward. Let me tell you this with love but with fire. If you don't guard your focus, you will never reach your future. Because greatness requires depth, not surface, not swipe, not scatter. It requires locked-in, undivided, ruthless focus. The kind of focus that says, no, I'm not going out tonight. I'm building something. No, I won't respond to every notification. I've got work to do. No, I don't need validation. I've got vision. You see, the enemy of focus isn't always laziness. Sometimes it's just distraction disguised as busy. So kill the noise. Silence the world for a while. Step back from the feed. Step into the mission. Because when your eyes are locked on the goal, when your focus is sharper than your excuses, nothing can stop you. Laser focus is not about doing everything. It's about doing the right things over and over until your life becomes the proof. Your life is built from the inside out. It starts right here, in your mind. If your mindset is weak, no strategy, no motivation, no morning routine will save you. But if your mindset is strong, if your mind is unshakable, you become a force. Because everything that you do, every habit, Every decision, every risk you take or avoid is rooted in what you believe about yourself. And I'm not talking about fake confidence, not pretending to be fearless. I'm talking about truth, power, the kind that whispers in the dark. No matter what hits me, I will rise. Your thoughts are blueprints. If you build with fear, doubt, comparison, your life will reflect that. But if you build with vision, grit, and belief, the world will see the structure of a warrior. Here's what mindset sounds like. I am not where I want to be yet, but I will get there. I don't need to feel ready. I just need to begin. I was made for more, and I'm building it daily. Your mind is your battlefield. Every day, thoughts will rise that tell you to quit, that you're not enough, that this is too hard. You have two choices: surrender or speak back. Speak life into your day. Speak fire into your future. Speak like someone who knows the fight is worth it. Because the truth is, most people never change their lives because they never change their minds. But you're not most people. You've got work to do. And it starts in the mind. Gratitude is often misunderstood. People hear it and think soft. They think it means you're just happy with what you've got. But real gratitude, the kind that transforms your mind and fuels your mission, is anything but soft. It's powerful. It's gritty. It's strength in disguise. Gratitude is the ability to say, this isn't perfect, but it's mine to build. This is hard, but I'm still here. I don't have everything, but I've got something, and I'll multiply that. It's waking up and realizing you're still breathing. You've still got time. You've still got the pen, and the story ain't finished yet. See, you don't have to be thankful for the pain, but you better be thankful you're strong enough to make it through it. Gratitude reminds you that progress isn't about how far you have to go. It's about how far you've come. Every scar, it's proof you survived. Every loss, it's a lesson. Every setback, it's set up for a stronger return. And if you can't be grateful for the good, be grateful for the grit it gave you. Be grateful that you didn't quit. Because gratitude, it grounds you in the present. It silences comparison. And it reminds you that even in the struggle, you're still blessed. It's not about settling. It's about realizing that the foundation you stand on right now is solid enough to build something legendary. So take a breath, look around, and thank the storm that didn't break you. It built you. Fear will always be there. That voice in your head that says, you're not good enough. You're not ready. What if you fail? Here's the truth. You will never feel 100% ready. Not for the dream, not for the risk, not for the next level. But courage. Courage isn't about feeling brave. It's about doing it scared. It's about stepping out onto the battlefield of life, even when your knees shake, even when your voice cracks, even when doubt is screaming in your ears. Courage says, I hear the fear, but I won't bow to it. Let me tell you something powerful. Every person you admire, every leader, every legend, every voice that ever shook the world, they felt fear too. They didn't wait until it disappeared. They moved anyway. They walked into the fire. They leaped before they were ready. They made mistakes, and they kept going. That's courage, not perfection. Movement. And you know what happens when you act with courage? You prove to yourself that fear is just smoke, that the wall you thought was in your way was paper thin. Courage grows every time you step, every time you speak, every time you say, I'm scared, but I'm showing up anyway. So don't wait, don't hesitate. The world doesn't need a perfect version of you. It needs the real you, the brave one, the one who shows up scared, but shows up anyway. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and said, "I believe in you," not just on a good day, not just after a win, but in the middle of the fight, when nothing was going right, when failure had your name in its mouth? Most people don't believe in themselves. They wait for someone else to believe first. A teacher, a boss, a follower, a crowd. But let me tell you the truth, the hard truth. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Now you're worthy, now you're ready." If you want the world to see your value, you better recognize it first. Self-belief isn't ego. It's not loud. It doesn't need applause. Self-belief is silent. It's built in the dark, when nobody's watching, when you keep showing up even though the results haven't come yet. You've got to be the first to clap for yourself. You've got to be the one who doesn't quit when it gets quiet. You've got to be the one who bets on you. Because here's the secret. The world respects those who act like they belong, who walk into rooms like they've already earned it, who chase dreams like they've already lived them. They don't wait for approval, they give themselves permission. So if you're tired of being overlooked, stop waiting. Stop doubting. Stop shrinking. Look in the mirror and say, "This is the beginning. I'm not perfect, but I'm powerful. I don't need a crown to move like royalty. I am enough, and I'm becoming more." Choose yourself every day, every time, before the world catches up to what you already know. Purpose is more than passion, more than hype, more than "follow your dreams" quotes. Purpose is direction. Purpose is fire in the middle of the storm. Purpose is what wakes you up when motivation doesn't. It's the answer to the question, why am I doing this? Why am I still here? Why does it matter? Because without purpose, you drift. You chase everything and catch nothing. You start things you never finish. You quit the moment it gets uncomfortable. But with purpose, you become a different animal. You run through walls. You smile through struggle. You fight like it's personal, because it is. Purpose turns pain into power. Purpose makes suffering sacred, because suddenly that loss, it taught you. That betrayal, it refined you. That failure, it was part of the blueprint. You see, the people who move the world, the ones who build, speak, fight, love, lead, they all have one thing in common. They know why they're here. They've connected what they do to something deeper than applause, deeper than money, deeper than fear. They've connected it to purpose. And I want that for you. Not just to wake up, but to wake up with meaning. Not just to work, but to work with mission. Not just to survive, but to build something that outlives you. So find your reason. And if you already know it, remind yourself. Tattoo it on your mind. Speak it when you're tired. Live it when it's hard. Because when you know your why, you'll find a way. You don't stop growing when you get older. You stop growing when you stop learning. See, a closed mind builds a closed life. A sharp blade dulls if you don't sharpen it. And the ones who rise, the ones who evolve, the ones who keep breaking limits and changing the game, they never stop being students. Learning is not just about books or degrees. It's about watching, listening, failing, adjusting, becoming. Life is the greatest teacher you'll ever have. But here's the catch. It only teaches those who are humble enough to learn. So ask yourself, do you listen more than you speak? Do you seek wisdom more than validation? Do you read, reflect, Stretch yourself or just repeat yourself? Because comfort kills growth, and pride is the enemy of wisdom. The best in the world, they study more than they speak. They observe, they listen, they try. And when they fail, they try again. Smarter. Be curious. Be coachable. Be hungry. Because the second you think you know it all, you stop evolving. And listen, learning won't always feel good. It'll stretch your ego, challenge your assumptions, push your boundaries. But growth never comes from knowing. It comes from unlearning and becoming more. Stay teachable, stay open, stay sharp, because those who keep learning, keep rising. You can't win the wars if your body is your enemy. We don't talk about this enough, but your energy, it's everything. You can't build an empire on empty. You can't lead others if your foundation is crumbling. This isn't just about abs or image. This is about power, clarity, longevity, sustainability. Your health is your vehicle, your vessel. You only get one. And listen, it's not about perfection. It's about consistency. It's about respecting your body the same way you respect your vision. What you eat, how you move, when you rest, what you allow into your space. It all matters. Because your mind runs on your body's strength. Your discipline is rooted in your fuel. Your emotional resilience is tied to your physical state. So protect it. Prioritize it. Train your body like it's your business, because it is. That extra hour of sleep, that walk, that clean meal, it's not a break from your grind. It's part of it. Strong body, clear mind, unshakable focus. That's the formula. So stop waiting for the wake-up call. Start respecting the body that carries your dreams, because your health isn't just a part of the plan, it is the plan. This is the final one, but it may be the most important. Consistency. Let me tell you something. Most people don't fail because they're not good enough. They fail because they're not disciplined enough to stay in the game. They try for a week, quit after a month, start again next year. But the ones who win, they're not always the most talented, or the loudest, or the fastest. They're the ones who keep showing up every damn day. Even when no one's clapping, even when no one's watching, even when progress feels invisible. Consistency is invisible until it's not. You don't build a legacy overnight. You build it in reps. You build it in hours, in choices, in routines, day after day after day. The workout you don't skip, the journal you fill, the goal you write down every morning. It stacks, it compounds. And then one day, people say, "How did you do it? Where did this success come from?" And you'll smile. Because you know, it came from the grind they never saw, the choices they never celebrated, the hours they never noticed. Consistency is the secret ingredient. It's not glamorous. It's not flashy. But it's what turns average into excellent and vision into victory. So stop searching for motivation. Build systems, create rituals, and let consistency carry you when motivation won't. Because at the end of the day, the world doesn't reward what you start. It rewards what you finish. You've heard the 10th. You've felt the fire. You've been reminded of who you are and what you're capable of. Now the question is simple. But the answer? That's up to you. Will you rise or will you remain? Will you remain trapped in routine, trapped in fear, trapped in that small version of you that you've long outgrown? Or will you rise into power, into clarity, into purpose, into your calling? This world doesn't need another copy. It needs you. Unapologetic, unafraid, unfiltered. It needs the real you. The one you've buried beneath excuses, the one you've silenced with doubt, the one you've held back because you didn't feel ready. But the truth is, you were never waiting on readiness. You were waiting on you, and now you know. You know what it takes. Discipline. When comfort calls your name. Focus. When the world pulls you in 100 directions. Mindset. When life tries to break you. Gratitude. When things feel too small. Courage, and when fear tries to own you. Self-belief. When the world doubts your value. Purpose. When the journey gets heavy. Learning. When ego wants to take over. Health. When burnout knocks on your door. Consistency. When motivation fades. You've got the map now, the blueprint, the fire. So what will you do with it? Will you wake up tomorrow and wait again? Or will you wake up and build? Will you sleep on your potential? Or rise like the version of you that's been hiding for too long? You are not average. You are not soft. You are not small. You are chosen. You are powerful. You are next. So stop playing beneath your purpose. Stop hiding your gift. Stop watering yourself down to keep others comfortable. Stand up, lock in, and rise. Because everything you want, everything you're meant to become, everything that's calling your name from the future, it only shows up when you do.